What's good YouTube, Jack Sutcliffe here and welcome to JS Fitness. Just got to the gym and today we're going to be training back. Now it's going to be a real quick session guys, ain't got long today. In an ideal world I'd like to take about an hour and a half, maybe a bit longer depending on what exercises we're doing, but as I like to preach, you got to get in when you can, not when you want. So that's it for me. Let's get in there and get this done. So straight into it. Exercise number 1 is one arm dumbbell rows. Now just did 12 reps on one side to start with and then 12 reps on the other side. Make sure when you're doing this that you're keeping your back nice and straight and that you're not jerking your back around or pulling too much from your shoulders, because basically you really want to isolate your lats here, and depending on where you're pulling it, as you'll see I'm pulling it straight into my hips or towards my hips, and then that way I find it really isolates your back. Now did this for about 3 sets and then a drop set. Exercise number 2, bent over T-bar rows. Now didn't use a T-bar because obviously I've had to use a power bag because the gym doesn't have a good T-bar to use. I do apologise for the angle in the first set, it does get better on the others. Just trying a few different angles on the camera. First of all started off with 20 kgs and then just did about 12 reps with that. And then went straight on to adding 10 kgs, repped it out for 10. Add another 10 kgs, repped it out for 10. And basically did this until I could no longer rep out 10 reps or basically form went too crap. Basically again, when you're doing this as well, you don't want to be jerking too much with your lower back. It's alright to maybe do 1 or 2 reps with a little bit of jerk, 1 or 2 cheat reps, but you don't want your whole set to be like that. Quality over quantity guys, it's not about how much you lift, it's about how well you do it, and if your form ain't there then you're just not going to see the results you're after. Straight after going all the way up to as far as I could go, did a drop set, whipped 10 off, did as many as I could, and then again dropped the final 2 off. Might not look it, but back were feeling pretty pumped at this point, really isolating them lats. And again with the drop sets and not really having much rest, really taking its toll. Exercise number 3, lat pull down. Now there's a few variations you can do of this, whether it's overhand, underhand, outside shoulder width, just shoulder width. For myself today, just gone for a little bit outside shoulder width, more so focusing on lats. Again, really rushed for time here guys, so I haven't gone super heavy, just literally having about 30 seconds rest in between each set and exercise and then straight into the other. Like I said, I was only in here for about 45 minutes, so I really had to push through each set and exercise to get through it all and be out on time. Again, when you're doing this, you don't want to be leaning too far back or leaning too far back or be too upright. I like to start off at a 90-degree angle and then just lean back a couple of degrees. So you're getting that kind of good angle on your lats and you're getting that good range of movement in your shoulders. So I find otherwise if you're too upright then it just doesn't feel right on your shoulders, but that's for me personally. Exercise number 4, close grip pull down. Again, did this straight after the lat pull down. Now this doesn't isolate your lats as much as what the wide grip does, and it does incorporate your biceps a bit more, but really like this, can really get good range of movement, can really pull your elbows back and really activate them lats. Again, did about 12 reps of this just to start with, and then 3 solid sets building up, and then 2 drop sets to finish off with. Now at this point you'll really feel this in your lats, your upper back / your shoulder region, and like I said, it doesn't isolate your lats as much. Finally, and then did do a quick drop set, did 2 drop sets actually, took my last set to failure and then boom, dropped the weight, cracked out as many as I could and then dropped the weight again and did as many as I could there. Really felt it at this point, right towards the end of the session. So 5th and final exercise, did some pull-ups, Lats were pretty short at this point, so I couldn't do many. Just did 2 sets until failure, as many as I could do, all out, and that were that. As you'll see, stopped doing them just as I can't get my elbows past 90 degrees. At that point, not really working my lats too much, so I thought that's it, have a quick rest, do the second set, and then that was it. Well everyone, that was the back session. Just did quickly summed up, nice and quick there. I think I were in and out in about 45 minutes, maybe just over. Now normally I would throw in deadlifts in there. Really I'd prefer training deadlifts on back day as opposed to legs, but normally I can spend about half hour on deadlifts, but that's just more so I like to go quite heavy, have like a good amount of rest in between each set. But like I said, kids today quite rushed in that, and you got to get in when you can, not when you want. I thought, you know what, I'll put them to one side and hit them when I train legs in the next day or so. But anyway, I hope you liked the video. Like I said, it was just a quick session, only about 45 minutes. So if you are a bit strict on time, that's probably one of the better ones to do to really hit your back, really isolate it and things like that. But stay tuned, make sure to comment and like down below, and more importantly, subscribe to the channel please. And the next video will be up in the next couple of days. See you later.